hours, 4.5 hours to complete it. If you whatever wait, I leave it to chairman. I leave it to chairman to judge. The ruling of the chair that you should submit the 700 cases of corruption against those individuals so that we deal with it.
But, honourable members, ranking, we've been here for close to 3 hours on your questions alone. You promised the committee that though you have unlimited questions to ask, you'll be very fair and reasonable. But today, you've asked a question for close to 3 hours.
Chairman, thank you very much. Chairman, we started the day with Honorable Dr. Rashid. I waived my right to ask him any question. I didn't ask any question. We took a second nominee, Honorable Mutala Mohammed. I didn't ask him any question.
But at all material time,
No. Can I?
there was somebody asking for you.
Let's take the next video, please. Honorable nominee.
Mr. Chairman.
You were in that video, correct?
That's correct, Mr. Chairman.
In that scuffle, do you think that your role there was most appropriate in the ensuing scuffle?
Mr. Chairman, firstly, I didn't see a scuffle, and secondly, I didn't see any role I played.
Next video.
It's a misconception that's been put out. And that's a misconception that's been put out. And I listened to that full BBC interview. President Mahama has been clear that he will sign that bill, and he has no option than to sign that bill. President Mahama will know no peace from St. George until he signs that bill. And he himself has said that to the clergy, that as a Christian, as a member of the Assemblies of God Church, he will sign that bill. See that bill.
Honorable nominee. The president, in a meeting with the clergy, suggested to the clergy that instead of passing a law, it will perhaps help if we rather introduce in our curriculum the teachings of our values in our schools for our kids to appreciate the Ghanaian value system. Do you support that proposition by the President?
Mr. Chairman, this is an incorrect representation of what President Mahama said.
Please, what is the correct representation? Would you want to quote correctly if you hold a view that what I've said is incorrect?
Mr. Chairman, with your permission, can I reciprocate by asking the clerks to send the document I have here, which is a transcript of what President Mahama said, to the ranking member so he can read for the hearing of the public.
Honorable nominee, you don't have such right. Once you are pulling out the document, it is incumbent upon you to read it or you put it back.
I'm guided, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I'm going to read the full text of what President Mahama said. Proper human sexual. And then there was laughter. It's quite a long name. Proper Family Values Bill. If you remember, there was a court case that injuncted the Speaker from forwarding it to the President and also restrained the President from receiving the bill. Eventually, that case was disposed of in December, I think on the 18th or something. Yes. So it meant that the injunction had been cleared, but as far as I know, the bill did not get to the President for assent. So the convention is that all bills that are assented to, that are not assented to before the expiration of the life of Parliament expires. And so that bill, effectively, is dead. It has expired. I don't know what the promoters of the bill intend to do, but I do think that we should have a conversation on it again so that all of us, if we decide to move that bill forward, move it forward with a consensus, emphasis mine. And probably, it shouldn't be a private member's bill. It probably should be a government bill with a government behind it, after consultation with all the stakeholders, to see how we know where to move this forward. But it leads us back to the discussion we had had. If we were teaching our values in school, we wouldn't need to pass a bill to enforce, our family values. And that is why I think more than even the family values bill is us agreeing on a curriculum that inculcates these values into our children as they are now growing up, so that we don't need to legislate it. And so we will see how all this goes. So I'm looking forward to this review conference to come to some consensus on some of these issues. Clearly, President Mahama is in support of the bill, but is advising a more holistic view. Apart from passing the legislation, also the reintroduction of our family values into the curriculum of our children. That cannot be a wrong advice. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. President said he does not know which part the proponent of the bill would want to have. Tell us which part you, as a proponent of the bill, would want to have.
Mr. Chairman, I answered this question earlier, but because he wasn't around, I will repeat again. My chiefs who authorized me and the people of Ningo Prampram who authorized me to start the sponsorship of the bill still hold the view that the bill is necessary. I will engage with His Excellency the President on the path and the way forward, either as a private member's bill, where the Attorney General will not delay the bill but for 1 year in Parliament by not giving us an opinion, and then, or it will come in as a government bill that will all support and pass, like the Speaker has said, urgently. Thank you.
Now, what will be your reaction should there be an attempt to dilute the current state of the bill as you forcefully proposed for legislation?
Mr. Chairman, the ranking member is my senior in the House, and he knows that we have the process of amendments to introduce whatever opinions and views I hold into a bill.
As we speak right now, there is no bill before the House. That bill has expired.
Mr. Chair, we go to the next video. Technology, we go to the next video.
From 110 polling stations, out of 140, at the end of the election at Okankwe Central Constituency, Patrick Yabuama had 14,949. Abu Baba Abdullah Sadiq had 15,383.
Mr. Chairman.
Total valid votes.
Mr. Chairman. Whilst, Chairman, let me go off record and tell you what I have to tell you. I mean, out of deference to you.